CompuBox numbers in 4. Tarver finally cut loose with 44 punches, his high output of the fight. It's not exactly a barn burner. 12 out of 44. Hopkins 11 out of 32 in that round by CompuBox count. Harold Letterman still has scored every round for Bernard Hopkins.
I scored the last one for Tarver.
Hopkins continues to come forward from time to time and be the aggressor in the fight. He's willing to do it because he's been effective with the right hand. Look at the size of Bernard's biceps. He's huge for a guy who was a middleweight just a few months ago.
Yeah, I thought he was always a light heavy. He's walked around as a middleweight by being a vegetarian and all of those type things, but never
running more than other fighters.
More.
Very proud of his 27-inch waist. He's an extremely vain man, as is Tarver, incidentally. They both love the way they look. Not unusual in fighters.
Stop.
They may love the way they look. I don't like the way they look together.
Meaning it's an edgy fight.
Meaning wake me up when something happens.
What about Antonio's left eye, Manuel?
Well, I think his left eye, but the same thing is happening continually. Those right hands, those clubbing right hands is coming around the gloves and hitting him on a continuous basis. And Antonio is just fighting a one-dimensional fight, to just trying to land one good punch with a straight left.
His glove touched the canvas. No. It is a knockdown. Antonio Tarver was knocked down by Bernard Hopkins. He had to put a glove on the canvas to hold himself up. That's a huge moment for Hopkins.
It's also the 5th round by which time Tarver was supposed to score the knockout.
Tarver looks very weak and listless at this and not able to focus, but even physically he looks very weak.
Antonio Tarver says he's never been knocked down in his professional fight career. If that's the case, that was the first one right there.
It was not a big, convincing knockdown. It was a technical knockdown because his gloves grazed the canvas.
You're absolutely right, Larry, but it's the way he's reacting after that is what's the concern right now. It looks like he's weak and as if it was a serious knockdown. And this is what...
Crowd goes wild as Hopkins presses his advantage and tries to knock Tarver out in the 5th round.
Tarver looks physically very weak.
Big right hand by Hopkins to the chest of Tarver. Now Tarver gets 2 left hands in and momentarily stops the rally. A fight is breaking out in the 5th round, Larry.
Yeah, they woke me up.
5 seconds.
Maybe they heard you. Hopkins wanted to let one more right hand go, but the crowd adores him for the knockdown he scored in the 5th.
He's walking into that right hand, baby. Okay, you following him around. He's timing that jab, Antonio. You waiting too long, baby. What's the matter? Talk to me, champ. You waiting too long. Come on, stop worrying about the knockout. Okay? Let your hands go. Okay, you sitting there and you're dancing to his beat. You can't do that. Okay? And he's timing you. I told you, don't follow him because he's going to walk into that right hand. You got to walk over and cut him off. Okay? Let's get back to the double jab. Let's get right back to it. But I told you, they got to be fast.
But you're smart. You can't expose yourself because this guy fights such like a bitch. He'll fight to survive. He'll fight to survive. And it'll be hard to break the shell. So stay smart. Okay? We're going to hurt him until we break him down. Stay smart. It ain't going to be one. You understand me? Stay smart. You know how that started?
Right here, you see Tarver coming in, but it seems like everything he's doing is so uncoordinated and weak tonight. And the energy level and the strength seems to be coming from Bernard. And as you see, Bernard fights with his head down, as I told you all the time, which gives you very little time.
Average power punches per round. Tarver 4 out of 18. Hopkins 9 out of 25. It's been Bernard's fight all the way, start to finish. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 9?
89, 81, 8 rounds to 1. Bernard Hopkins. Jim, I'll tell you something. He's winning this fight easy as pie. There's no doubt about it. I don't know what's the matter with Antonio Tarver. The guy doesn't get off. He doesn't snap that right hand. Bernard moves in, gets off the first punch. Nails him with solid right hands. 8-1, Hopkins.
I think it's a little bit closer than that, but plainly Hopkins is in command.
This is the 10th round of a scheduled 12. Antonio Tarver has not yet been able to produce the urgency, the intensity, or anything of technical competence necessary to turn things around.
I give credit to Hopkins for not letting him do it.
And if Antonio Tarver needs a knockout against Bernard Hopkins in the last 3 rounds, what an imposing task that is.
Good luck.
Yeah, Tarver's never had a knockout past the 10th.
And Hopkins has never been knocked out. He's only been down in 1 fight in his career.
Segundo Mercado knocked him down twice.
Yeah, right hand leads. Seems like Bernard right now is not going for the knockout himself. He seems to be very content to ride through the fight just the way it's going, feeling he's going to win a decision. If the knockout comes, fine, but I'm not going to try to make it happen anymore and take a risk.
Well, that's great strategy. That's the way for him to win the fight. That's just all-out smart fighting.
Especially at 41.
100%. Guy who hasn't made too many mental errors in his career. Maybe he started too slowly against Jermaine Taylor twice, though. If so, he's making up for it tonight. And he got a fast start in this fight.
Very good start.
Well, and the important thing is he's been able to sustain it.
Punishment. Hopkins just wearing Tarver down through the course of the fight. Sugar Ray Robinson led Joey Maxim through 13 rounds at Yankee Stadium in 1952 and then collapsed from heat exhaustion.
At this stage here, Bernard really would sit down and go all out. I believe he could stop Tarver, but I don't think he's going to do it.
I think Tarver is so discouraged at this point. Too. That makes him vulnerable.
He's very, very weak. His punches and his misses. He doesn't look strong mentally or physically.
And he took 2 big shots at a knockout, and Bernard grinned to entertain the crowd.
Bernard is winning the decision.
We're not going to bullshit with him. We're not going to get cute. We're going to whoop his ass and retire. That's right. Like no other man. That's right. Like no other man. Close the show. Close the show.
Jab going. No matter what, keep the jab going. Don't retreat. Just keep pulling and throw feint. Okay? Keep pulling and throw feint. Okay, babe? Look at me. All right, you got to think of it. Look at me. Think about that now, okay? Just keep throw the jab and stay. Keep the feints going with the jab. Hard jab. Okay? Don't go for no home runs. Okay? All right, don't stand there and take a whole lot of shots. All right?
I don't understand those instructions.
I don't either.
I mean, he's behind on points. Every punch that he throws, he should have knockout hopes to connect with something. Every punch should have knockout written on it.
Antonio Tarver has landed in single digits by CompuBox count in 8 of the 10 rounds. It's no way to win a fight.
Well, that's why Hopkins lost to Taylor in their first fight.
Now both of Tarver's eyes are swelling. Excuse me, Larry.
He landed an average of 5 punches a round for the first 8 rounds of the first fight with Taylor.
Hopkins so much quicker on the trigger than Tarver throughout the fight.
He would sit down and really drive the punch straight through. He would really hurt him, too.
Just like he knocked out Trinidad in Madison Square Garden. I think he will finish him.
He's there to be knocked out if he wants to step it up.
I think he's going to finish him. What a performance by Hopkins. And a knockout would be a fabulous signature for his career.
Yes, it would be.
Tarver is not as spent as Trinidad was that night.
He might be just as discouraged, though.
Well, he should be.
Emmanuel, how can you retire off a performance like this?
That's a great performance. Great performance. I don't know. It's going to be a big test. Big decision.
Well, he says he's already made it, and he seems sincere. But, of course, fighters have retired with great sincerity in the past, and then unretired with just as much sincerity.
Indeed.
But it wouldn't surprise me to see Bernard do it because he doesn't have that excessive ego, and he seemingly have handled his money always very well. So I think those two things, I think, for as the limelight and needing money, I think they won't be factors with him, and he may retire and stay retired.
We got another option for you. Benji Esteves may have to stop the fight because of the swelling in Tarver's eyes. I'm not sure he's going to be able to see in the 12th out of the right eye.
Hands are free, working it.
Antonio Tarver, to paraphrase Duke Ellington, he's got it bad.
And that ain't good. All right, we showed our age on that one. Collectively.
Are we any older than these guys? 78 is old in dog years.
I got you.
We're older than Hopkins. The footwork, the combination bunching. Bernard's getting better from round to round. Now he switches southpaw. He's just toying with this.
Yeah, he's just having
a good time.
Humiliating him, really, what he's doing at this stage.
5 seconds.
And Tarver can't do anything about it.
How big a favorite did you say Tarver was, Larry?
3-1.
Whatever you do, you be smart.
And this fight has been one long celebration for Bernard Hopkins.
Be smart, man. Don't get killed.